Have you ever gone camping at night and looked up at the glowing moon? Did you imagine someone might actually be watching over you from up there, protecting the forests, the animals, and maybe even you? Well, guess what? Ancient Greeks thought so, and today we're going to meet her. Artemis, the goddess of the hunt and the moon. Artemis was no ordinary goddess. She was the daughter of Zeus, the king of the gods, and her twin brother was none other than Apollo, the god of music and the sun. Pretty cool family, right? Artemis loved the wild outdoors. Forests, mountains, rivers. She carried a shiny silver bow and arrows, perfect for hunting. But here's the twist. She didn't just hunt. She also protected animals and young children, kind of like a superhero ranger of nature. And while Apollo drove the sun chariot across the sky, Artemis was linked with the moon shining gently at night. Together, they were like cosmic twins, sun and moon, light and dark, day and night. One famous story about Artemis is about a man named Actaeon. One day, Actaeon was out hunting with his dogs. He stumbled upon Artemis while she was bathing in a secret spring. Now, remember, Artemis loved her privacy. She was furious that someone had spied on her. So, with a wave of her hand, she turned Actaeon into a stag, a deer with tall antlers. His own hunting dogs didn't recognize him and chased him away into the forest. The story taught the Greeks an important lesson: respect nature, respect boundaries, and never mess with Artemis. Have you ever had a favorite place? A treehouse, a blanket fort, or your bedroom, where you just wanted to be left alone? That's kind of how Artemis felt about her forests and her privacy. She wanted respect, just like we do when we say, "Knock before coming in." Now let's talk about the moon, Artemis's symbol. The moon doesn't shine by itself. It reflects the light of the sun, just like a mirror in the sky. Here's a fun fact. Because of the moon's gravity, it actually controls the ocean tides. So when you see waves rolling in at the beach, you can thank the moon and maybe imagine Artemis giving them a little push. Also, animals use the moon as a calendar. Some crabs only come out during certain moon phases. Even sea turtles hatch their eggs at night and use the moonlight to find their way to the ocean. Artemis really is connected to both the forest and the sea. And guess what? Artemis's name is being used again, right now, in space exploration. NASA's new mission to send astronauts back to the moon is called the Artemis program. They chose that name because Artemis represents the moon, and this time, they want to make sure both men and women walk on the lunar surface. So when the next astronaut steps onto the moon, you can think, wow, Artemis is still inspiring people thousands of years later. Maybe someday you could be part of that mission, flying through space, exploring, and protecting new worlds, just like Artemis did with her forests. So, what did we learn today? Artemis was the goddess of the hunt, animals, and the moon. She showed the Greeks how important it is to protect nature, respect others, and look up at the night sky with wonder. Next time you see the moon glowing above you, think of Artemis and her silver bow, watching over the forests, the animals, and maybe even you. Until next time, keep your curiosity shining as bright as the moon. Bye, friends.